Hi everyone, so I'm back and I'm super excited to talk with you all today. I'm trying to get more consistent with this, but I'm just have to kind of pop up when I'm free. So this is the part 2 with another message included, because I know I said part 2 I'm going to help and provide a resource or just a little information about just planning and really thinking about the bigger picture and making it a little bit easier on yourself with your finances. So I did create a cute sheet actually that you can just print out, and I made that on Canva. So I'm trying to decide if I want to have you all sign up so I can just blast it out through an email. That'll be a lot easier for me. I can blast it out through an email, or if I'm just gonna go ahead and screenshot it and put it at the end of this video, so then you can kind of take a picture of it. So I might put it at the end of this video so you can take a picture of it and go ahead and utilize that, because I'm very passionate about finance. That's one of the things I'm passionate about, and I just don't think that we should stress for the lack of knowledge, and then too having too much information and not knowing how to kind of smooth and refine the information you have to pick what's best for you. So this is a part of the bigger picture of what I'm gonna provide to everyone soon, but I hope this helps. So you can check that out. And going to the next part of the video, I had a meeting today with a wonderful woman actually, and she sparked this thought inside of me about like how women, we say, well, a lot of people try to say like black men specifically aren't really in the family home, and there's been so many things working against us from the beginning to try to push the father out, which I don't feel like women should really advocate for that. Now, it's some dads who are just trash, and you're kind of like cut your losses. Me and the kids would genuinely, like, truly be better off without him. But that's not always the case, and especially if you just, give a guy a chance to be the father, because a lot of them, if they didn't have that model coming up, but they have the heart of a father and they're really gonna try and they can sit and work with you, it's worth giving them a shot, especially like if you feel like, okay, I know what I'm doing already. You're not gonna lose anything. You really won't. But I say all that to say is, I feel like sometimes the women become that extra push, that extra little wedge to really push the father out of the home. And when, we were talking about that, it dawned on me that the W in woman is not for wedge. We are not wedges out of spite or out of anger or silly pettiness and just like our child's life, because even though you might not be in a relationship with the father in a romantic way or the way that you want it, or fantasize for it to be, that does not mean that the relationship with him and your child or children should die and not exist because you all doesn't. That doesn't make sense, because a kid needs that, and whatever they don't have, they're going to seek outside of you. No matter how hard you try, they're going to seek it. And it's always somebody that sure can be a role model and different things like that, but it's unnecessary to kind of call in a replacement when you have the original. The original is always better than just a filler, especially when the original is not bad, if that makes sense. Like, why take out the good to swap it in for a substitution? Like, if you actually have honey, why are you just trying to use white sugar to make it sweet? So yeah, my little analogy for that. But I do encourage, like, if it's a woman watching this video, I encourage you, if you are co-parenting, like I'm co-parenting, sometimes it can get a little rough. Like, it's really like, if I could just sum it up, sometimes it's like, all right. Laugh included. So that's what it is from time to time. But in the midst of all of that, you have to realize that I was the only one doing it and feeling that. My daughter is literally laughing right now. She's with her dad, probably laughing, chilling, having the time of her life. Her emotions are forever separate from mine. Her point of view and her father is totally different. It's not for me to fill in the gaps of the things that she doesn't know and all of that. Like, that wouldn't be coming from a good place. And I always tell myself, like, I'm not gonna plug in bad parts of a story to try to make it worse, to win my child on my side. You don't have to win your child on your side and cause division. Like, that's totally unnecessary. Like, you need the two parents to really, you know, raise your child. Yes, you need a village, but the village starts with the parents that produce the child. So I feel like if we just keep that in mind, then you'll be all right. And I know sometimes you can be in so deep with the, oh, upset, and if he's disrespectful and things like that, you kind of have to reevaluate what you deem disrespectful. And that's something that, just having a transparent moment, that actually irritated me, because he had said that to me before. We were having a conversation, and to me, when I say a heated conversation, I think it's like, you know, bickering and yelling and stuff, and I don't do that. When he says having a heated conversation, that's having a conversation that he doesn't technically want to have, that's going on for an extended period of time. And so you coming in with two different heart postures, and I had to, you know, kind of take myself back and say, okay, we're coming in with two different heart postures, so how can we have the same, if not the same heart, how can we have the same mind in this moment? Like, what's the topic? Have our mind on that at the same time. And I'm like, okay, well, I feel disrespected with this. And he's like, well, what you deem disrespectful, I don't deem disrespectful. And I'm just like, who are you talking to? And yeah, that was a little more disrespectful than the last thing that you said. But when after getting past that and the, okay, you can go back and forth, tit for tat, just holding on to that and forget what you really came to talk about, I didn't. I let it go. And later on that night, and I really thought about it, like, that does make sense. He doesn't deem something disrespectful that I deem disrespectful, and I might not deem something disrespectful that he deems disrespectful. So I took, because respect is big to me, so I took disrespect out, and I came to all conversations like, he's not trying to disrespect me. And it's not a thing of, oh, he knows better. It's a, if somebody didn't respect you, they wouldn't sit down and have a conversation with you. So I'm like, okay, we're respectful enough to talk. He's not gonna yell at me, he's not gonna cuss at me, I know that for sure. That's the respect I'm getting today. Let's have a conversation. That's withdrew all emotions, so then I was able to stick through, have the conversation, and disrespect never came into my mind, and that's just good. So it's certain little adjustments and removing yourself out and placing yourself back in a different heart posture and state of mind that really kind of helps you get through it little by little, to where you get to the point of like, God literally just gives you peace that you don't even understand, and just walk in with ease when interacting with the father of your child, or for guys, the mother of your child. And it's not to, everybody wants control and power, and it's not to really have like the control and power over them or the situation, but over yourself, because you're sitting down, and in those moments you're really being an advocate for your child to just get through childhood. Because it'll be one day where we look up and my baby can use the phone and call her dad on her own, and she'll be able to drive to his house and come back home, or and walk out her own house and go visit him, and we will no longer need to communicate. And that day, I know it's further out because she's not even 2 yet, but that day will come. So why spend all these short days that seem like long because of the years when you think about it? Why spend it bickering and arguing and just negative and having problems that don't really need to be there? So that's my heart posture on it, and that's what's helped me a lot. So I hope this message has helped someone, and I hope you all like, follow, comment, subscribe, everything across the board. I'm on Instagram and Facebook as well, StinaCherie, and I will talk to y'all sooner than later.